We are going live. We are festive and merry, and we are doing some
Oh,
beers here.
Happy Christmas.
Yes, on Beer Analysis 101 with your host Maxwell Starr. Hello tonight. How you doing, viewers? Viewer or any viewers?
There's two.
Viewer or viewers?
There's two.
All right.
Oh
There's
God,
two?
I hope there's not.
Oh, there's three viewers. Hey,
Well,
welcome aboard.
hey
Let
guys.
us know what you're drinking. Anyway, tonight on Beer Analysis 101, we're going to take a look at Chimay White. Chimay White, or as it's known in Europe, Chimay Cinq Cents.
Bless you.
Fancy. Bless you.
Bless you.
Right.
I'm not made up tonight, so I can't pull my Vanna White. I apologize.
All right.
I shit the bed
Oh,
tonight.
you didn't have the makeup like you had on last week. Dressed
My
to
red
kill.
lips.
Anyway, we might as well bring her on anyway. How you doing, Lady Lee?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been a very good day. I've been enjoying my day. There's my beer.
You've been drunk since 3:30, from what I've heard.
I have been drinking since 3:30. I haven't been drunk since 3:30.
Sure,
There's a
sure.
difference.
Drunk since 3:35.
I think I have a nice light buzz going on more than anything. I wouldn't say I'm drunk.
Yeah, so you're working on it. Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right.
In anticipation of being here.
Nice. Pre-drinking for with a BA 101
I was
pre-drinks.
getting
Is
ready
that,
for
is
it.
that
I
a
was like,
thing?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I gotta get ready for this. I gotta make sure I'm
Gotta
fucking
get all
up.
liquored up, lubricated. And... So, all right. Speaking of lubrication,
Speaking of
hi, Greg.
lubricated, I just want to say that Lady Lee without makeup is still a lot more gorgeous than Nick with makeup.
You're not wrong.
Also, I don't know if anyone saw the Avatar, but on last week's, I don't know if Nick did this on
No.
purpose or it was just random, but Lady Lee holding up the beer was the Avatar. So
I saw that. Like, that's good advertisement.
yeah, suddenly Nick got like 50,000 views on that video for some
Oh,
reason.
there's a girl here.
Oh. Maybe you should do something with the bottle. Let's watch.
that's my
Not
only
that
fans.
kind of YouTube channel. All righty.
Anyways,
Hi, Greg.
now that I feel we've been incredibly sexist and politically incorrect, hi everybody. I'm Greg. I'm
I'm the asshole.
An alcoholic.
I mean, I feel my sentiments have already expressed that I'm an asshole, and also I'm Arnold's asshole apparently, because my wife got to pick the name tonight. So
Nice.
That's actually pretty sweet of you.
It's somewhat appropriate because usually we do see Arnold's butt at one point on your camera as he starts chewing something on your couch.
He's really good tonight.
Hi,
I don't
Arnold.
see his name 5 times. He's like
like what? You don't want to?
Candyman.
Arnold doesn't want us to say Arnold's names 5 times, where it says Arnold. Is he
Arnold,
gonna go for a
Arnold.
walk? All right.
You said it too many times. Now.
Arnold. And I thought I was the drunk one.
Right. Hey, we got Dan here. Festive Dan. Dan, the man with the great
Good evening.
stocking.
Yeah, well, I got to look least festive. Come on here. But after Greg's intro and everyone's left, and this video has been banned. I mean, it only took 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
It
So.
took 2 minutes for Greg to take the video down. I know.
New record.
Wait, no, that's not a good thing.
He did it without saying anything too
record.
racist either. Alrighty, so thanks, Dan. I'll bring myself back up for Night Center. I'm going to read the history of tonight's beer, which is, of course, Chimay Cinq Cents. So, the story of Chimay starts with the monks of the Scarmont Abbey, a Trappist order inhabiting the Abbey de Notre Dame de Scarmont, located in the Scarmont Plateau of the Belgian province of Hainaut, near the Ardennes forest. The abbey was founded in 1844 by monks of the West Lutheran Abbey with the support of Prince Joseph II of Chimay. Following the establishment of the monastery, the self-sufficient monks built a farm, began to produce cheese, and started a brewery for their own sustenance. As part of the Trappist way of life, originally the beer was produced only for the monks and their guests. However, in 1862, they became the first Trappist brewery to sell their beers. Who's making noise right now? Lee? Yeah. Sorry, Lee. Anyway, not that I want to quieter down. But all right, so we're gonna leave off.
Oh,
It
Nick.
became the first Trappist brewery to sell their beers to the public. First beer that sold to the public was a Bavarian-style Doppelbock, but was determined to be too low of fermentation. The monks reached out to West Flutteren for advice, and doing so created the predecessor to what is today known as Chimay Premier, which is Chimay Red. During the interwar period of the 1920s and 1930s, Chimay's beers became the first to coin the term Trappist beer. During World War II, the brewery was destroyed by the Germans. Damn it. Damn Germans. Who used the monastery as barracks. Following the war, the brewery was rebuilt and a monk by the name of Father Theodore began to work in the brewery. And in the winter of 1948, studying work famed brewing scientist Jean de Clercq, Father Theodore began cultivating a new yeast strain that would help improve the quality of the beer that the brewery produced. In the early 1950s, Father Theodore invited de Clercq himself to the abbey to help with perfecting Chimay's production methods. De Clercq, who had previously gained fame for isolating the yeast strain found in Duvel, everybody knows Duvel, I think, found that the monastery, none of the monks were really formally trained in the industry, and arranged for Father Theodore to take his course in Louvain. As a byproduct of this, Father Theodore and de Clercq worked together to create Chimay Blue Cap, which is the Grand Reserve, one of their other beers. In 1956, the beer that set Chimay on its course to international fame. When de Clercq passed away in 1978, he was buried at the Scarmont Abbey in honor traditionally only given to the resident monks. So, basically, they're really thankful for his help in basically creating what the brewery is today. So in 1966, so 10 years after the creation of the Blue Cap, Father Theodore first brewed a lighter, drier, hoppier tripel called Cinq Cents, or 500, to celebrate the 500th anniversary of the Principality of Chimay, whose support made the brewery and the abbey possible. Father Theodore continued to work at the brewery well into his 90s, passing away in 2013, so he lived a long time. In 1997, Chimay was one of the 8 founding Trappist breweries to form the International Trappist Association to prevent non-Trappist companies from using the Trappist name for commercial use. The International Trappist Association created a logo, which is found placed on all goods such as cheese, beer, wine, etc., to conform to the criteria required to be a Trappist product. These criteria are as follows. The beer must be brewed within the abbey walls, either by monks or under their supervision. Number 2, the brewery must be of secondary importance to the monastery and should witness to the business practices proper to the monastic way of life. So they only really brew enough for them. They give the rest away to charity, pretty much. And number 3, the brewery is a non-profit venture. Income from products made are to cover the monks' living expenses and upkeep of the monastery and grounds. All remaining income is donated to charities and the needy. That's actually a good point. I don't have it written down in this history, but Chimay also makes a line of cheeses as well. I've seen them. I've never had one. Would love to someday. In 2013, Chimay d'Or, or Gold, was a 4.8% fatters beer, long brewed at the brewery for the monks and staff. Only as sustenance was finally made available to the public. I had a chance to try it a couple of years ago. That's the last beer that they came out. So they got the red, the blue, the gold, and finally, the white. So Chimay Cinq Cents is an 8% ABV Abbey Triple style beer, first brewed in 1966, and is brewed hoppier, paler, and drier than its red and blue cap beers counterparts. Like its fellow counterparts, can be cellared for years. In fact, I got 2 of them. This bottle is the one that I got for tonight's BA 101. Is a 2020 bottle, and this one in my other hand that I've had for 6 years. This is a 2015 bottle. So we'll get into that later when I talk about histories. But first, let's go over to Lily. Hey.
Hello. Oh, I might be muted.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Hello. Are you muted? Am I not muted?
No,
You're not muted. We can hear you.
I know what's going on.
Oh, what's going on? She can't hear.
I'm using the wrong. No, I can hear. I'm using the wrong head thing.
Use wrong microphone.
Yeah.
Wrong
That would
hole.
do it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Is that better with like that?
That's
sound?
probably, yeah. We're getting a lot of that background noise.
Are we getting a lot of background noise now or no?
Nope.
Not
Nope.
anymore.
Okay, yeah, okay. It was because it's on my laptop, but not my headphones.
Just picking up
Okay.
the laptop microphone instead.
Okay, yeah, perfect. There we go. We're better. We're good. Experience. Yes. I had it last week thinking it was last week's beer. That is my experience in this beer. Or that's my history with this beer.
Your extensive beer history.
Yeah, I was laughing because I'm like, I'm gonna have history now. Yes. I drank this one last week thinking that it was this week or last week's beer. And I managed to find another one at the downtown one, which was the last two. So there was like 2 left. And then I went back today, curious to see if the last one was grabbed, and it was. So there was no more in North Bay. So for anybody who wants to drink it in North Bay,
Too bad, so sad.
Well,
thought
that's
too.
not true. You can buy it somewhere else and still drink it in North Bay if you choose to.
But you can't buy it in North Bay.
This is correct.
Unless you order it to a North Bay LCBO, which then you could.
Wow, so your story is just having all sorts of twists and turns.
That's how I like it. I've never been straight.
Well, that we know.
All right. So so you actually have a history. So there we go. Between you and Redbeard, who Redbeard didn't even show up tonight, you bought 3 of the last 2 bottles they had in North Bay, according to the LCBO website.
I did.
They said like 2 bottles left or something on their site, and you guys could. But we went back and there was 3.
Yeah. So
You
I
bought
bought
2
one
of them.
for Cody, and I bought one for myself, and then Carrie bought one for himself. So there's that one odd remaining number that was there that's no longer there anymore.
Weird. All right. God knows where Carrie went to. I'm trying to. Anyway. All right. Thank you, Lee. Let's go over to Gorg.
He's probably buzzing something with one of his tools. No, you interpret that how you want.
I do.
I'm gonna just need a couple minutes for myself now. Anyway, my history with this beer. I've had it a few times. I don't remember what year. Thanks, Arnold. I've had it a few times. I've actually tried to age it, and it looks like the oldest bottle I ever tried to age was about 2.5 years. And I don't seem like I was terribly happy with the aging of this. But I do generally like this fresh. I've had it a few times. First time in a while. I don't think I've had it in a few years, but it's I generally enjoy this beer. It's solid, from much like all the Chimay beers are pretty solid beers generally. Hopefully nobody out there fact checks me and sees me on another BA 101 where I gave a Chimay beer a really shitty rating.
It could probably happen.
Probably would if anyone watched this show.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We've actually got 6 viewers tonight. So
Ooh.
anybody watching, let us know what you're drinking in the comments.
And fact check everything I say. Make sure I'm not lying to you.
The fuck out of Greg.
Yeah.
And make sure to cite your sources, please, properly.
Well,
Cite your
obviously.
sources.
Obviously,
Wikipedia is not acceptable.
I don't want to see
kidding.
any kind of plagiarism here.
Oh God! All right, let's move over to Dan. Hi, Dan.
Oh my goodness! Hi. See, now the thing is because Carrie's not here, that means I'm here. So that means I'm the star now. I'm the star.
Okay.
So, well, I'm the star for
Your
the
shirt.
guests. You're the. Anyways, I'm gonna stop sucking up because I'm just not as good as Carrie for sucking up.
Dan, I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Oh, nice pussy.
Thank you. Oh wait, not me either. Damn it. Anyway,
Thank you.
my history with this beer. I was just trying to look this up while I was checking it out. I think I've had one of the Chimays, and I don't remember if I ever really reviewed it, but I had the blue, if I remember correctly, and so I've never had the white. So this is going to be a nice little treat for me. And I noticed that it has this nice little thing of what to drink out of it or how to drink it. And so I've got my small little glass ready for this. So I think I'm okay. I think I'll be able to fit in there. So yeah, my history, I've had it a couple of times, but only the blue. I've never had the white. It's excited to come out by those things. All right, that's my history. And Nick's distracted. He wasn't even listening to my history.
What sort of history? I was writing down my shit.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry, I was writing down tasting notes for later.
Oh, it's always about
That's
Nick.
the way I work.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I realized I was muted.
Nice
But anyways,
pour, Dan.
fuck
That,
you, Dan, and proper glassware and doing your
Oh.
research.
So what-
I
is
put
that-
it
is
in
that
a
actually
regular beer glass.
Well, it's not actually a Chimay glass, though.
No, it isn't, but it is. It does have. This was from one of the breweries that actually has closed down now. So,
Yeah.
and they used to do Belgian beers. So,
Fuck all y'all.
All right.
I just used a beer glass.
All right. Well, speaking of proper glassware,
Beer glass? Nothing wrong with a beer glass.
yeah,
I used a beer, like a Stein.
Oh, like a manly beer glass.
I've actually got the right, correct beer glass. But yeah, because
Wow,
last year when my bottles from last year, I got in a gift pack that came with the glass, and I bought all the red and the blue.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey there, fancy
But,
pants.
Yeah, like my history with Chimay is extensive. Like I've had, I think when I first did episode 100 of my beer reviews way back over 10 years ago, it was like May or June, I think it was July that I finally did episode 100 of beer review, which was I did the Chimay Bleu. I did the Chimay Tripel, the Blanc, way back in episode 269, which was aired in April 27th, 2012, which actually that's right around my 1 year anniversary when I first started my channel. So but yeah, I'm not going to look up what I thought of it, but I remember liking it. Anyway, I've had it over numerous times over the years, including the white cap that I have here for 2015. When these came out, we got a whole bunch of them at the NB liquor stores, and when they went on clearance, because I don't know why they sat on the shelf, they were awesome at the time. I don't know why they sat on the shelf, but when they finally put them on clearance for like less than $3 a bottle, I ended up buying like 8 of them. 8 of those, 8 of the blue ones too. And this is my last bottle of that vintage, so hopefully it's held up. I'm going to crack it open here in a sec. But in the meantime, does anybody actually want to read the comments? I see there's a bunch there, mostly addressed to Lady Lee, I think, from Lee.
Oh, what a surprise.
Oh, there's.
They're to different people. It's not just me.
All right, any volunteers to read, or you want me to read?
You can read.
All righty, fine. All right, so
Fine.
Mr. Lee says, "Howdy, you Belgian farts or tarts or."
I mean, he's right. He's right either way.
We're gonna have some Belgian farts tomorrow morning. We've got to think I have her co-host the podcast with me. Yeah, I know, right? All right, we got Dan. Lol, but you get
Is that a
distracted by her.
compliment or an insult? I don't remember the context.
Doesn't matter.
Right. So Dan says, Western Canadian beer reviewer here says, lol, but you get distracted by her so you don't notice any mistakes she makes, if any. That is absolutely true. Lee says, Carrie died of gingivitis, probably. You didn't make it on Gingerler's list. Anyway, so Lee says, true. Dan, she's distracting.
Jesus Christ, Nick.
Lee says they are using beer glasses too, Lee. Noob. I know I'm number one, Lee. You don't have to keep telling me. Yeah, that's great. All right,
I
so I'm
gave
gonna
him
put
the finger. That's why.
Nice. We haven't lost any viewers, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack open my second bottle of this stuff while we talk amongst ourselves.
We gotta let that fella back with the Twin Towers. He seems to keep the chat going.
Oh God, raining on your parade.
But his inappropriate comments. But hey, at least
highly inappropriate.
Yeah, they weren't
comments.
against you, but it's okay.
Oh, he can make comments against me. I don't mind. I need a little sexual harassment in my life.
I don't.
Oh yeah. Well, when
None.
it comes to sexually
Ever.
harassing my viewers, I do not like that. My panel members. I do
No,
not
you
support
can.
that.
I clearly just said you can do it to me. All sexual harassment come this way. If you have any dick pics, send them to me too, and I'll just forward them to Lady Lee.
No, thank you.
What?
Absolutely
Wow.
not. No, thank you.
It's okay because they're only secondary dick pics.
It's Elise's Nick. That was terrible. Well done.
Oh, Nick's gonna ride high on that joke all
Oh
night.
boy.
Ass.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
You kind of missed the train on that one there, Greg. All right. Okay. I'm taking a picture of. I opened up the 2015 bottle, and I almost think that maybe it's darker. No, maybe not.
Looks
A
it.
little. Yeah.
Oh,
It's got that smell, like that almost like funky kind of cheesy smell you get off of an old beer that maybe aged to a little too long, like a little like cheesy sourdough kind of thing going on.
Oh, we already got. Oh, okay. So we got Ashley in the chat.
Oh, Sexton.
Hmm.
How come he's not here?
Cheers, panel and Lee. I'm drinking a hazy from Blood Bros.
We like Mr. Sexton.
so which one's better, the newer or older one?
Well, I'm almost wondering maybe if I shouldn't have drank these together because there is some aspects of the old one. I find it spicier and definitely a lot more clove coming out of this thing, out of the older one. The newer one is earthier, but also mellower at the same time. It's almost like they've dialed the spice back in the newer ones than they did in the older ones. And I feel like maybe the new one's taken a bit step backward, but the old one, there's some stuff on it that I really don't like, and it didn't age well. Like it's not, especially in a bottle with the crown cap. I wouldn't age these too long.
Oh, what did I do?
I don't know. What did you do?
I'm good. I didn't do anything bad.
Okay, well, let's circle back to my thoughts at the end here. But let's see. Mr. Sexton is in the chat saying, "Cheers, panel and Lee, drinking a hazy from Blood Brothers." Nice. Cheers, Sexton. Lee says that joke was a real okay.
It's not real, guy. Even the German accent.
Sexton is premature with what's next week's beer.
Wow.
Hey Ash. Hi Ash. Hello, potato farmer Sexton. You get Farmer Sexton?
Yeah, he's harvesting his potatoes.
What just happened?
I don't know. We have 8 viewers. I want to say hi to the people who have recently joined us.
Make comments down there.
Again, make comments other than Sexton and Lee saying, are you drinking anything at all? How's my driving? Whatever.
How's my driving?
Tell us who the sexiest panel member is. And why
I tried to phone someone who had one of those things the other day. How's my driving? I phoned them.
Well, what'd they say?
Did you ever phone them just to compliment them?
Yes, we did once.
Did you dial 1-800-fuck off or something like that?
You dial those things, they tell you the car number, you're like, yep, because he cut me off.
Oh, really?
And then gave me the finger and like, well, that's lovely. I've got a phone here.
I literally think they just have that line on there to try and make yourself feel good that you could get them in trouble. But realistically, they do nothing about it.
Probably not.
It went back to Canadian Tire, so I don't know, maybe.
Mr. Lee Russell says, sad that the Chimay gift pack doesn't seem to show up at the NSLC anymore. It's been forever since I had them, any but the blue. Even the blue, like, does that show up in the NSLC anymore? Because I remember, like, my first experience with any Chimay product was the blue, and I picked it up on a trip across the border in Nova Scotia, and I remember it being like super fancy in a big bottle, and it was like, I remember thinking it was $10 for a big bottle like that. I'm like, oh my god, that's expensive. Yeah. Imagine how expensive beers are now. But it used to be like super premium, right? What?
This was $8 for me.
Yeah, like these ones are, I think, $7 the last time this showed up here.
This was $4 something.
Jesus Christ.
But like last winter, like when I got this gift pack, I think it was like $20 for 3 of these, and they had the glass, maybe a little more than that. But at the same time, we used to get Chimay here a lot more frequently than, or even especially in Nova Scotia, used to get it a lot more frequently than we do now. I feel like the number of international beers has kind of dropped off, and especially with the rise of craft beer. But it's almost like our government-run liquor stores are focusing on local beers, which is fine. But I feel like the selection is tanked of certain things.
Son of a bitch.
And Lee says no blue in the NSLC anymore. I just want to point out cute kitty.
Thank you.
That's Lady Lee, but okay.
Well,
we can
there's
call
a
her
cat
whatever we
there,
want.
Greg. All right, so
I didn't see a cat.
Huh. I could get that gift pack, actually. So maybe I'll be just like Nick.
Anyway. All right. Well, instead of having us sitting here twisting in the wind, why don't we does anybody want to go give their final thoughts first? Greg, Lee?
How precisely are we twisting in the wind?
For some reason, my messages are not showing up.
Okay.
What,
I'm
from the-
messaging. Yeah, I'm on text or responding to chat on YouTube, and it's not popping up.
If only there were some IT guys in this chat.
The chat side chat that I'm seeing here, it there's a delay on it and it doesn't show me vulgar comments.
But I have nothing vulgar. I wrote nothing vulgar.
Lady Lee,
well, you don't.
I wrote, "Hi, Jamie. I do not know how, and I don't know what's happening."
Hi, Jamie. And I don't know what's happening.
Oh, I hate you. You are an asshole.
What?
Not
That I didn't
you.
show them?
They're right there.
The kitty? See the kitty that Greg claims doesn't exist?
No. No. Lee is an asshole.
Well, yeah.
Why are you an asshole?
But you're just finding that out now, you know? Lee Russell is making fun of your audio fuck-ups and saying your text is fucking up. Well, whatever.
You know what they say, when a boy makes fun of a girl, he likes her. Oh, they're gonna like kiss and do stuff.
You're a few weeks little too late on that one.
Yeah, a couple of months.
I'm assuming they want to do it again at some point.
Probably.
Not
all
anymore.
Right. Okay. Anyway. All right. So, Lady Lee, you ready for your final thoughts?
If someone else wants to go first, I'm down.
All right. Let's go with Greg.
Okay, I'll give my professional review that everyone will follow and copy. And so it's it needs more banana. That's what it needs, is more banana. When I go to a Belgian beer, I want banana, and this has a little banana, but I need more banana. So that's my review. Banana needs more banana. Oh, you want more? Okay. I like this beer. I don't like it as much as the blue. I don't like it as much as a lot of other Belgian ales. It's still pretty solid. My experience, it does not age that well. Reading my quick notes on Untapped, when you age this, it tends to pick up a bit of a chocolatey flavor, which I know some Belgian beers do, and I don't care for. Some people might. I do like my Belgian beers. Oddly enough, I do like my Belgian beers a tad sweeter than this. I like those vibrant banana flavors. I like the candy sugar, maybe the orange candies, as Mr. Guy Russell would say. And so, yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to get, I'm just kind of rambling to try and fill time, make the show seem more professional. But I like this beer. I don't love it. But the thing is, for Belgian beers, you have to kind of fuck up. Like when you do a Belgian double, triple, or quad, you almost have to fuck up for me not to like you. So that being said, I mean, this to me is, I'm just going to go all around solid 8 on this, 8 and 8, because it's not bad by any means. It doesn't blow my mind, but it's still a Belgian beer. It's nice. It's got a good body to it. I like a good body. And 8% is not terrible. 10% would be better. 12% even better. But otherwise, this is a solid 8 for me. I like it. But again, I will always pick the blue over this. And generally speaking, given the choice, I will usually pick a competitor like a Rochefort 10 or a St. Bernardus 12. I can't even remember the number. Or heaven forbid I could ever get a Westie 12. That would be kind of nice. But those are all better than this. But in the Belgian realm, I know they're quads. They're not quite the exact same thing. But This is good. Get the blue instead if you can. That's my review.
Thank you, Greg.
And
And
Arnold
Arnold.
bought something. I don't know what.
What's Arnold give for a rating on this beer?
Arnold, what do you give this beer? Hold on. Here, watch.
Hey, Arnold.
Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold's Butt. What do you give for a rating on this beer?
What's the beer?
Arnold.
Nope.
All right.
Not
Nope,
interested.
do not like.
Actually,
All
that
right.
wasn't bad though. A lot of beers he actually will start barking at because he doesn't like the smell of them. Arnold. No,
Nope.
He's like, nope, get the fucking shit out of my
he's
face.
distracted on. He's distracted on whatever noise he heard outside.
All right, Dan.
Yes.
Your turn.
Hi. My turn. Well, as we know, I've already had the
Again.
blue, and hi, Greg. But this one actually is you actually taste the booze in it. That's something I haven't seen in a while. So you do have that 8% sort of heat that goes along with it. And as Greg says, more banana. I think he's talking about the Belgian yeast, maybe a little bit more.
I actually want him to throw more bananas into it.
Banana.
Aside from that, I do enjoy the flavor of it. I like my Belgians just like Greg does. I do. It's true. It's one of those ones that basically I really do enjoy. If a Belgian is really good beer, that is, then I do enjoy it. But this one is actually I do like it. It's got some great flavor to it. You definitely do have those spices with it, and a little bit of that I guess back notes that you get after you swallow of the spices. It is a Trappist beer, and Dan's hairpiece 6.9. Okay.
69.
Is that for style or
Wow. My hairpiece.
Or sexual preference.
God knows they don't have any other hair anywhere else. So there's my hairpiece right there.
Piece.
Codpiece. Well, I'm not even going to stand up for you. Anyways, for my enjoyment, this is actually a 9. For the style, I got to give this a 9 as well. It's really good. I really do enjoy it, and it is going down nicely. It's something that it's a Trappist beer, and it actually is the style that it's supposed to be, and it's enjoyable.
Nice. All right, Dan.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much for thank you very much.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
you're too kind. All right, let's go over to Lady Lee. You ready yet?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. This beer is like the beer tasting of beers. Like every time I drink beer, I always have my comment of saying, this tastes like beer. Okay, well, this is the most beer tasting of beers that I've had. Does that make sense to anybody?
It's got more flavor than the other beers than you have ever had.
But it has that it has that like standard beer taste to it. It has a very like, if I'm gonna drink a beer, this is gonna be the most beer tasting of all beers. This is the moment where I say, like, Cody's gonna laugh at this, but it tastes like a beer. Anyways, it's it's one of those, like, there's literally nothing to it other than this like beer flavor, which I think is kind of hilarious because I was like literally trying to figure out how to explain this. I did not know how to explain like Belgian beer because I haven't had a Belgian beer. Again, this is not even my first year doing this, so I still feel very new. And this is a moment where I'm very stumped, and I feel like I'm just word salading all of this. But this is a beer flavored beer
with extra flavor.
I just taste beer. It's literally just like a beer. It's funny because as soon as you guys said banana, I'm like, where's the fucking banana? But anyways,
I said it needs more banana, to be fair.
That is true,
He-
but I
it
don't
is
even
what he
taste any
said.
banana in the first place. There's nothing in the first place for me to think banana. I even know that beer is supposed to have banana. Like, what is this? But
Rick, someone get her a wheat beer or wheat beer.
oh, it,
Two very different things.
I'm literally gonna go based like on style. I'm gonna go based on what Greg and Dan gave me as description, and I'm going to give it an 8 because it does. Or no, I'm gonna give it a 9 because it does what it does. It has what it has, and it's a very beer tasting beer. On the other side, for the preference, I am not a huge just basic beer tasting person, so I'm going to go with a 6 because I do
Ooh.
not mind it. I can absolutely drink it, but it is definitely not something that me personally enjoys. I
All right.
wouldn't go against the beer itself though, because again, I'm not a beer drinker per se. I like the fancy, overly fruity, fancy things that are not beer tasting.
Out
All
of
right.
So in other words,
curiosity,
give
have
you
you?
another 7 years, and you'll be on par with us.
Oh yeah, yeah. Basically, you're gonna look like Dan in another 7 years. So
I
Oh,
aim for it.
just a quick question: like, do you have a lot of Belgian beers, or have you had a lot, or is this
This
sort of
is if there was a Belgian beer, I do not know about it. This is
okay?
like literally the only one where I can remember specifically that I've had.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, the other thing I'm going to say is I do think Belgian beers are a little bit more difficult to enjoy than other beers. Like Carrie, for instance, hates them. Like he hates everything Belgian.
yeah.
To me, it took me a while to warm up to them. So I don't know. You might feel differently if you drink a bunch. So,
But it's
but what I'm
like
telling you is just drink a 12 pack of this in a night. You might feel differently.
Whew. Oh,
like I
Especially in
man.
the
don't.
morning.
That's why I was like. That's definitely why I'm giving it a 6 because I don't hate it. There's nothing about it that I hate. I want to put it on the side of it's a mid like because I there's nothing about it that I hate. There's nothing about like I would totally drink it and I would drink it again. And that's kind of where I put my point because had I said anything like 5 or lower, it means I would never have it again. This is the point of saying there's nothing special about it for me personally, but it is like a beer that I could drink again.
Someone send her a Rochefort 10. Let's get her some. Let's get her some beers here.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
didn't make the
The
jump.
Rochefort 10 is definitely one you got to try.
My
I,
kid,
I almost would go the opposite end of the spectrum. I'd say get some decent wheat beers because that'll kind of help you build a base for Belgium.
For
so
this,
my
for
kid's a
for a
klutz.
Belgian triple, yeah, like a good like Hoogarden or some kind of Belgian wheat beer would be a great start.
My kitty's a klutz. She went to make the jump from the chair to her cat tree and failed and landed her
Oh,
face in the wall.
failure.
So
Poor cat.
yeah, she is a
Poor
klutz.
/ dumb cat. All right. All right. Thank you, Lady Lee. And I guess it's my turn. Oh, poo. All righty. So, hi, Greg. All right. So, my thoughts on here, and yes, I'm reading notes. Fuck you, Yort. So when I first poured this beer, it smelled amazing. I got like nice smells of bubblegum and orange, slight biscuit to it, and definitely like a little caramel, sweet malty. When I took a drink of it, however, it was really friggin' dry. It was dry, clove bubble gum, and a little hint of banana in there, and probably just because Greg said banana. Slightly brittle, kind of like almost like a Brett sour, but not quite that powerful. But it was kind of like a slightly sour yeast note to it, and a very earthy finish and peppery. It was very peppery. What I do think overall, like for the triple style, this is a really mild beer. Um, it's warming, but only in the spicy sense. I don't think it's because of the alcohol, like Dan was saying. Um, when it comes to the old bottle, the 2015 bottle, I thought the old one was a bit spicier actually, but it was definitely funkier. It had that kind of weird sourdough cheesy funk that I had described earlier, with a little bit less carbonation. The sweetness is kind of taking on like almost a Kool-Aid sweetness, probably because of the lack of carbonation. It's definitely a little on the sweeter side, and it had less banana and bubblegum, which you almost expect from a beer that's aged 6 years that'd be pretty freaking dry by now, and then it's sweeter. Weird. Like the new one, the fresh one was 1 year old bottle I have here was drier than the old one was. So I would say that this beer, I wouldn't necessarily call this beer great for aging, but what I will say is that the two bottles are almost not completely different, but they're different. Like they don't seem like the same beer. Uh, I do feel like the spices are on the old one are more present. There's more clove. There's more cinnamon. I didn't get any cinnamon on the new one, but no pepper. So I think I'm going to decline to put ratings on this one because I don't think this is a fair representation. I really should have drank this one years ago. But the fresh one, fresh-ish, I suppose, it's a year old. This one's pretty much at its sweet spot. I mean, this is really super nice. But at the same time, like when I think of other triples, like Le Trap Tripel or Findamond or West Fluttering Triple, and I would be this one wouldn't be the first one I would go to. Actually, the Trap Triple is fantastic. Findamon is a great North American example of the style. And I think Omegang did a great one too, didn't they? I forget what it was called. Dan's nodding. So, all right. So for me, I'm gonna give it 8 for style, 8 for overall. There's better triples out there, but it's not bad. As far as the Chimay beers, to me, this is probably my least favorite, but I'd still drink it, obviously. So I'm glad to get it finally tried. I'm glad to grace my Chimay glass with this beer one last time. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I'm going to do the math and do the graphic and crap, and I'll.
We're going to just amuse ourselves.
So Nick, it was a quad that Omegang made. It was 3 philosophers.
Oh, I remember 3 philosophers, but I was thinking of a triple style beer from Omegang. What was it called?
We have.
It was Hennepin, wasn't it?
To read.
Let me see. There's Tripel Perfection. There's also Valhar Doharis.
Doharis. So that's the what do you call it? The Game of Thrones series beers.
Yeah.
Where are we in the? Sorry, where are we in the comments?
I can't remember. We are in Triple Perfection was the other one. So.
I think you were professing your love to Lee in the chat there.
Yes.
I was not. Maybe my dislove.
Oh, Trouble in Paradise over here, I tell you.
My Hennepin was more of a saison.
Okay. Muted. I don't know. Blue making.
We were at Arnold's rated this.
I think we were here.
Yeah.
Escolio.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it politely.
It doesn't seem that polite to me.
We can skip those ones. No one needs to read those.
Love you.
Arnold.
Love you.
But rated this, but I B-U-T.
What?
Fruit. Dan's hairpiece is the rating I gave to this beer.
Wow.
It is. I gave a 6
I almost
9,
feel attacked on that.
Lee is a big meanie face.
Wow.
Radar says, I love you, Dan. Lee says, yeah, but you knew that before you liked me.
Wow.
Greg said, I would say he's a regular sized meanie face.
Yeah, there's no reason to be fat shame him.
Radar says, Danacron, Albatross, Beernomicron's resident garden gnome.
Albatross.
Albatross.
Albertatrossaurus.
Oh,
Wow.
Albatross. Okay. Albertatrossaurus.
This is getting
Albatross. What flavor?
Albertatross.
What flavor did you mean? What flavor? It's Bloody Seagull flavor.
It's a bloody seagull. Of course you don't get wafers with it.
Dan Ogren, Albertatrossaurus. Our residence garden gnome.
Lady
Here's
Lee's
nothing.
having a breakdown.
Dan, the wondrous, feared by all but cats. And then Lee asked us the magic question again.
Oh,
What's
what
next?
next
The
week's
What's
beer?
Next week's beer. We got asked twice. So Ashley and Lee have both asked us
What is next
the
week's
beer
beer,
of
Nick?
next week's beer.
I will get to that in a moment.
Oh, I hope it's audio-visual lager again.
It's the
No.
Festivus of the
I
rest
want
of
the
it.
next. IPA from
It's a joke.
Collective Arts.
It's going to
So I
be,
can't
there you go. It's going to be, what do you call it? Molson Canadian. I know how much Greg loves that beer. No, it's not going to be. It is not going to be Molson Canadian. I know what it is, but it's going to be, and I'll get to it in a second. I'm still.
You know what we have to do,
I
Dan?
don't want to do Molson
what's
Cake.
that?
I overrated it last time.
Dan,
You do MGD on a review thing, night.
Dan, Nick, and myself, possibly Lee, if you can get it, is the Canadiana beer because I stole it in order to be able to review it, and I know Dan still has it.
Canadiana
Do I?
beer. What beer are we
Okay,
talking
Did you drink
about?
it?
How
You were
drunk
supposed
did
to
I-
save it. You were
How
supposed
drunk
to
did I
save it.
get?
What beer was it?
Canadiana.
Canadiana.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
trying
no,
to
it's there.
remember
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what beer this is.
I'll go get it. Hold on.
That's the one from your hometown there, Nick.
Huh?
The Canadian, the pale ale, or the is it the not pale, but it's just a lager.
Just
Yeah.
a
You have
lager.
it. I have it.
I got it here somewhere.
Okay.
It's
The Canadian.
yeah.
Shit, you still
Okay.
have that? Wow.
Yes. I've been waiting for you,
All right.
Nick.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I think I still have a can of that.
I have one.
Alrighty. So there's the ratings for. I'm gonna take the comment here from Radar off, but now that we know what Donald's butt really thought, so that's not terrible. I think overall enjoyment. Lady Lee's rating kind of brought it down just because. Well, I mean, I understand you don't like that beer. I would say it is a bit of an acquired taste. Like
It is. And
when you boil
like
it down
I
to
said-
it does have kind of a weird like the hoppy note has turned skunky and it's almost got this weird Euro lager kind of taste to it.
like I said, like I could totally drink it though. So it's not saying I can't drink it. So I'm not saying it's awful. I'm just saying it's not my type. But I did rate it good style, so that's why it's a bit of an odd rating. Anyway, yes. That's my argument and sticking to it.
All right, so I'm
All
gonna
right,
stop
wow.
sharing. I'm gonna put myself up because we do have the question
Great.
of what is next week's beer, and next week we are gonna do a BYOB episode. Now I should preface this: next week's beer, we're not gonna do it on a Wednesday, because I believe Greg, you've got your Christmas party next Wednesday, right?
I do, and as much I'd be like, oh, I'll have one drink, I'll come home and do beer. You know,
You're not gonna do just one beer.
yeah.
No, we'll do a hangout of some sort on the Wednesday night, but I'm not going to pass up this opportunity, given Greg's situation and everything, to miss out doing a beer night on Festivus, the 23rd. So we are going to do a BYOB Christmas beers episode. So bring all your Christmas beers, and it could be Christmas beers, they could be Festivus beers.
Festivus, like the rest of us.
Festivus, or
Yeah.
if you can't get that.
Christmas beers.
It's all
Okay.
Christmas beers. If you can't get a Christmas beer, get like a vintage beer, like a yeared beer or something.
I'm gonna be in Alexandria for this one.
Going home to visit the
Yeah.
fam? Nice.
Yeah. So possibly I'll just like drag my dad on. Be like, hey dad,
Hey, that'd be awesome.
be join the beer
I
review.
love that. I would love that.
He'd probably do it.
The
He would
legend,
probably do it.
The man, the myth, the legend, Bob Hardy on here. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
There you go. That'll be my.
Yay.
That would
there we go.
legitimize
That's a
the
beer.
channel.
There we go.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
That would literally legitimize the channel.
Before I forget, I guess it's Canadian. I'm sorry, I thought it was Canadian. It's been in the back of my
Post
fridge for a while.
yeah.
Canadian. I think Lee can possibly get it. Maybe. I think he said he has to buy a pack for it. But if you do, but fuck it, buy the pack. Like whatever. Let's do this.
Yeah, we gotta do a group review of that then. So
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
4 of us.
surprised we haven't gotten down to actually doing that yet. All right, so we got to remember to do that. I still have a can, I believe.
Fine.
I've been holding on
Decide.
to this chance we could do it,
Yeah, and I can always get another one too because
and the rush
Here.
beer too.
weird.
Yeah, but I have one.
Rush Beer, we're planning to do that in January for BA.
Okay.
And I
All
have
right.
one, which is awesome.
All right. Okay,
And possibly, I don't know if Carrie is going to be down, but I could definitely share it with him so we could do it together.
which one's that? The Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
might as well share it. It's not. Anyway, I don't want to give too many spoilers away. It's not that exciting of a beer. Alrighty, so we've blown it out of proportion here. So, what other comments we have here? Danacron.
I already read that one.
Yeah. Okay. So, Canadian cream ale.
I can buy a
Please
Pump
is-
House sampler pack and get the Canadian, and
There
then
you go.
I've got a beer for next week.
Well, the other beers in the sampler pack are worth getting, like the reds. It's actually got a pretty decent red.
Doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? He wants
All
to
right,
review the beer with
fine.
us. He has to buy the pack.
Go get the pack. That's what I'm saying. Go get the pack.
Do it.
You might as well. What else can you buy there in Nova
Aim to be
Scotia? Alrighty, I want to thank. We got 4 viewers left. We lost a few after we announced what next week's beer is. They're finally done with us.
Wow.
The 4 that hung on, thank you very much for watching. And of course, the whole thank you to Mr. Lee and Vincent, the writer.
Did you say keep it clean? No.
For hanging out in the
I
chat.
know,
Oh
then I
yeah,
throw the rest out, and I was
Ashley
like,
Sexton
"Keep it,
was
Lee."
there too. We'll be
Oh.
back next week to get drunk with everybody again, and we'll chat with you folks later.
I'm going to be hungover for my Christmas party, most likely.
Oh
Yeah, good for you. That's called hair of the dog. Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Oh, yeah.